Hello, this is Nikki in Niagara coming to you from Niagara Falls, Canada. And so we are going to sit down here and have ourselves a little color and chat. I was asked to color out of this book, Brilliantly Vivid Color by Number, Flowers and Mandalas, art by Sehnaz Bac. And I thought I would pick, well, I was looking through to pick out a good picture to show y'all when I came to the very first picture, and I think it will be a good one because it has flowers that are made up of mandalas. So we can't go wrong there. So I am going to be needing to put a piece of paper there. What have I done? What have I done with my paper? It's here somewhere. There we go. Got a sheet of paper here. It's a foolscap. A bit large, but it will do the trick. So, this one I'm going to do by starting in the left-hand corner and just kind of working my way down through the colors. If you're left-handed, start in the left-hand corner and go way through. So far the ones I've been doing on screen I did in order of the numbers, but this one, once I reach a certain complexity, I like to do it this way. So the color palette in this book is exactly the same as the color palette I've been using for Animal Friends. So I'm using it because it's got all my numbers of my colors that I'm using and everything on that. So we're starting up at the top with a, let's see what that is. Okay, so we've got 10, 16, and 7 in that piece up there. So let's start with 10, which is a green, and I have chosen 46. So I'm mostly using my Ohuhus for this. Oh, it's bad to see. It is 10 o'clock at night here, so we are working on artificial light. So I'm not going to be able to hold things up to the camera by the looks of it. Okay, so 10 is green, and I'll try and find the 10s as I go through. So how are you? What have you been up to since last Friday? Have you been anywhere? Done anything either exciting or out of the ordinary for you? It has been a pretty much normal week for me. Perhaps a little less normal because I had 2 doctor's appointments this week, which meant I had to go out of the house 2 times. Already I'm messing this up. Okay, that's going to be a green too, so we're alright. I guess I'm going to need to concentrate a bit on these numbers, so there will be some quiet times, I think, today while I talk. So, getting up and going out 2 times this week involves quite a bit of head work for me. I have to get, this is running out. Hope there's not too many 10s. Something tells me this is not a good start. First of all, I color a 7. with my number 10 color. And now my number 10 is definitely wearing out. Okay, I am going to go find a green that we're not using, so just hang on a sec. With this one. Yeah, it's a little darker, but at least it works. So, where was I? Yes. When I go out, I have to get ready in my mind. So I need to know. I need to have it planned out. Can't just say, okay, get ready in the next 2 hours and we'll go out. That doesn't work for me. I need a couple of days in advance, warning at least. And of course these were doctor's appointments that had been planned out for a while, so I was in the right frame of mind and both of them went okay. First one was on Tuesday, and I went to the eye doctor and had my eyes tested because I have known that I needed new reading glasses for sure, but I had kind of wondered if I had passed into the territory of needing every day, all the time glasses. So he checked me out and gave me a new, much stronger prescription, but they're still just reading glasses. I don't need anything for seeing distances yet. Let's hope I won't need them, because if you need to, let me try and get this straight and help me with this. If you need glasses to see close, that means that you are farsighted. You can see far. If you need glasses for seeing far away, then that means you're nearsighted and you can see near. Now that always used to mess me up, but I think that's the way it goes. So, is it quite common for people to be either one or the other? And do people change to be both? Or am I lucky that I only need glasses for seeing up close? Does that mean that that's the way it will be for my life? Because that would be nice. Now, I don't want to get carried away here and start going all over the place. Need to kind of stick to some kind of order to get these 10s. So yeah, we have to go back now and pick out my lenses. I was thinking of just having the lens put into these glasses that I already have, because I like them, but I don't know if we're covered for a new pair. I'll just have a look, see if there's anything that catches my fancy. Because I'm not against just getting the lenses put into these. Be quite happy. And then after that, they said it would take 2 to 3 days for me to have my new glasses back. So hopefully before the end of next week, I shall be seeing clear as crystal. And the other appointment that I had was today. Today is Thursday, and we all know what that means. It is pain clinic day. So, went to the pain clinic, and for once, the guy who was picking me up was, well, he wasn't late, but he was basically right on time. Usually they come early, and then I'm not ready, and they get irritated that I'm not ready because they're early, which in turn irritates me. So this time he was like basically right on time, so that was good. My appointment went quickly, didn't have any other issues that going on. We just did everything where we usually do. And I was in and out of there. But I was supposed to be picked up at 12:15, and nobody was coming. And then at 12:05, a guy came, and he was picking up another lady, and I said, I asked him, well, are you supposed to be picking up another lady here as well? And he goes, nope. And I said, are you sure? Because I'm supposed to be being picked up at 12:15. And he looks at his phone thing, and he goes, nope. And he drove off. So it wasn't exactly very helpful. And so I think, okay, well, 10 more minutes then. Because they usually don't have drivers just appearing and appearing and appearing. It's a small service for what they do. They keep their cars very busy, and you know, everybody's appointments and schedules and stuff all lined up, because this is for the oh heck, I can't think of what the PC word is for it now, but the handicapped. That's what I'm calling myself. So, yeah, it's a pretty tightly run thing, so, you know, it's 12:30, 12:40. Anyways, I know there's a lady there who gets picked up at 1, and she's in an electric wheelchair, and she likes to take off and go do a little bit of shopping in between the time that he picks her up. So, and then when she's done and it's a nice day, she usually just sits around the corner where it's nice. And so I went around there to see if she was there, because I figured she was. Started talking to her, and you know, she kind of like had the same opinion of them not getting their appointments right and stuff. So she said, or I said, well, the guy this morning told me that he was picking you up at 1, and that if my ride hadn't come, he'd pick me up. And he was, you know, he was half joking, but you know, he was serious too. So I was waiting for him, and he did come, you know, right on time for her. So it was 1 o'clock, and I was supposed to be picked up at 12:15, and well, he and Diane are doing some talking, and she's going, I wonder who, blah, 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 and he goes, I wonder, blah, 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 and I go, I wonder what happened to my ride that was supposed to pick me up at 12:15, and he was like, really? And, you know, he didn't have any thoughts of what had happened, but he was going to report it when he talked to headquarters. So, hope that doesn't happen again. Because I have to say that when I go off like that, and I don't have anybody with me, like my husband, makes me feel, I don't really want to say scared or that, but it makes me feel just unsafe to a degree. You know, that if something really went wrong, what would I do? You know, I wouldn't have him there to fix the situation or whatever. You know, it's scary when you can't really look after yourself properly and you need somebody else's help. It gets scary. So yeah. But anyways, the appointment went well. Got all my needles. Was really feeling the pain of the injection sites this time. But as soon as we started driving in the bus, I started dozing off. And I did. I dozed off 2 or 3 times, you know, waking up suddenly, and I just hope I wasn't snoring. I have this little feeling that I had started to snore the last time I woke up. Nobody said anything, and I didn't want to ask. I don't need to know that I was snoring. That is not going to improve my life. So anyways, on Tuesday, after, I think we're done. This right here. After we went to the eyeglasses, I had asked my husband if we could go to Michael's because they had a 55% off. They had a 55% off coupon, and here in Canada we don't get even 50% off coupons very often. So with a 55% off coupon, I had to go there, and I print off 2 so that I can give one to my husband and we can go through the aisle twice. Though often they'll ring it up on one person's, but I kind of feel like that's cheating. Okay, so let's go with the middle color there. And oh, you know what? No, let's do the 7 so I can cover up my mistake. So 7 is 56. That's another shade of green. Okay. So, does anybody remember what I was talking about? I said that, oh, you know, I just had the strangest feeling that I hadn't turned the camera on, and I jerked up my head and I looked at it, and yes, it's going. I don't know why that overcame me, but it did. I've only ever done that once, and I'd only like said a few words before I realized I hadn't done that, but I'm sure it's bound to happen sometime. I'm sure it's happened to lots of other people. Oh yeah, so we were getting to going to Michael's. So I had 2 55% off coupons, so I was looking for some kind of, you know, big expensive thing that I would never buy because it was expensive, but with 55% off that I would buy. So we looked around and they didn't have anything. I mean, first of all, Michael's makes it very hard to find things that qualify for the coupon, because everything at everyday prices don't count, hot buys don't count, you know, then there's the whole list of things that don't count, like books and magazines and whatever else they've got on that list that just don't count. So, I'm looking through the store. Basically, everything that ends in 00, you know, that's like $10 even or $7 even. That stuff is not, the coupons don't work on. So you have to look at something that ends in change. You know, $7.99, $12.38. You know, that's the kind of thing you're looking for. And there was no big thing that I could find. So I thought, okay, well, I'm going to use these on stuff that I need. So I went and was looking for some, well, Gamsol is like the term that everybody knows it by, but what I've been using up to this point is terpenoid. It's a it's an alternate to Gamsol. It's just a different brand of the same thing. Here in Canada, we cannot get odorless mineral spirits. It's just not sold here. So, yeah, we have to fork out the money for the artist, the stuff that's, you know, marketed to the artist. And so anyways, when I was looking at Michael's, they had this stuff called, oh wait, it's right here in front of me. Called odorless paint thinner. And it was in Michael's, and it was right in the section with the terpenoid and the Gamsol. And it was only $16.99 for a 32 fluid ounces. So the terpenoid is like 13 something for 4 ounces. And the Gamsol is just a little bit more expensive than that. So I was pretty pleased to get this big container of it, and I got 55% off of it, so it only cost me like $7. So then they had well, I thought I was going to spend my coupon on this next thing, but they already were 50% off. So I got myself a set of skin tones of the Tombos. I only have 2 Tombos in random colors that came with some art box at some point in time, so I've used them. I know what they're like, but I don't use them because I very rarely need those colors. But for doing all the color by numbers, especially the double-sided Disney books, you need a lot of different skin tones to be able to match up the colors. So yeah, I thought I would get that, and if I like them, then, you know, I'll put Tombos as a regular to pick up now and then, either open stock or one of the little packs, because I'm not going to go out and buy the whole pack of them. And if I was going to spend that kind of money, I would buy the artist pit pens, because those work really well in the on double-sided paper, because they're India ink, so they don't bleed through. And then the coolest thing was we were leaving and I still had a coupon that we hadn't used, so that kind of you know, makes me feel bad that, you know, if I've got a 55% coupon in my hand, I want to use it. Darn it. So as my husband was paying, I hung back, and I was at the, there was an empty till, and then the till that he'd gone to. So I'd hung back a bit and was looking across the counter to the stuff behind it, at the empty one behind him, and I saw this pack, and I was positive it said pencils on it, and I asked the clerk, I said, could you please move that stuff so I could have a look on the shelf behind it, because there was like a couple of really big, humongous canvases that were just sitting there leaned up against it, so you couldn't see anything behind. And so she said, oh, sorry, sure, and she moved them, and I saw Jane Davenport on the front of it. So I said, oh, can I see those Jane Davenport pencils? Yeah, those ones there. And so she brings them to me, and they were the Jane Davenport Magic Wand pencils. The whole set of 24. Now, I have to tell you that I was never, when I was doing mixed media, I was a fan of Diane Reevely, not of Jane Davenport. But I do have some of her supplies, and I like her bright and vivid colors. So I'd never heard of these pencils before, but it was talking about how much pigment they had and stuff. So I thought, oh, I'll buy these with my other coupon, because they were $35.99, and then I had 55% off. So that ended up being a really good deal on something fun. I haven't tried them out yet. I always want to like try things out for the first time when I swatch them on screen, so that my viewers get the first impression that I get of them. So I think they're going to be, from what I have heard about them since I got home, Google, anyone, they seem to be on a par with Prismacolors. Of course, they're not artist quality pencils, but they're supposed to be like very, very soft in a Prisma colorway. So I hope they are. I just hope that they're not breakers. I hope that the lid's a little bit harder than that, and that they don't break. The only sad thing is that if I run out of a pencil, or, well, basically if I run out of a pencil, I don't think I'll be able to get any more, because these are kind of not the thing right now. And I don't even know what her new products are, but the mermaid pens and the paints and the, you know, the pencils and that sort of stuff was old stuff. So I don't know, but I'm looking forward to using them, that's for sure. That was my surprise of the day. And is that the only place we went? Because I just had this feeling that I had managed to get myself something else. Oh, I know. Is when we were out on Tuesday, we went to Winners and I looked at their stationery section, which is where, are those 1s or 7s? Okay, where's the 7? No, those are definitely not 7s. There are a lot of 7s that keep peeping up here. Need to get some color in here after this. So yeah, we went into Winners and I got some pretty cool stuff, which I'm not going to tell you about because it will be in my end of the month supplies haul, or coloring book and supply haul that I do at the end of every month. So speaking of doctors, my son had to go into the doctor this week on Tuesday morning, first thing. He has been diagnosed with plantar fasciitis. So he has had a terrible time with his feet the last few years, and our general doctor is just, he honestly, he doesn't know anything. He's just been telling him that his feet are fine, you know, when they hurt, take a Tylenol, that kind of thing. And, you know, so that's what happened over the last couple of years. And then he was in real pain. And, you know, his dad and I said, you know, that's it. He has got to be seen to. So his dad took him down to the doctor and just said, we want a referral to a foot doctor so that they can take a good look at his feet and see what the problem is. So they referred him, and he had an appointment, and he was diagnosed with plantar fasciitis. And today, Tuesday morning, he went in and got his shots, cortisone shots in his feet. And like my husband has the condition, and he gets the cortisone, and it lasts him for like 3 years. So we'll have to see how it does for our guy. So I just hope he's better now. He was a big baby the day after he had the after he had it done, and he had to have the next day stay in bed all day because his feet hurt. I bet they didn't hurt as bad as walking around with when he had plantar fasciitis. Oh, there's more 7s just jumping out of the woodwork here. Is there going to be anything but green in this picture? Okay, and I'm going to go back and do 10s because these 2 stalks are 10s and they're driving me nuts. Except, I think that one is. That one's a 16. Yeah, 16's a green. Okay, this one's a 10 though. Oh, and I found some 7s I missed. So I don't know, it was around 9:30 when I started filming this, so it must be after 10. I had wanted to do this earlier. Am I losing another? No, this is the one that doesn't work. Get out of here. This is my 10. But my sister called me, and so the two of us can talk on the phone for hours. And we talk on Facebook Messenger, so it's not even like talking on the phone. It's like, you know, being with each other, really. So, yeah, we've always been able to talk on the phone for hours upon hours. And we were going right along like that, and then I said, you know, I better go because I have to do this. And I really don't think I'm gonna be up to it at like midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning, so, because I'm feeling myself getting a bit tired. But guys, I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to stay in the chair today because my left hip and my knee are really starting to throb. Here, I've got a footstool under here. Let me put that foot up. Oh, I can't lift it very well. There, let's put that on the footstool and see if that helps me. So I'll finish these 7s here, and then I will look for a pretty color. Yeah, these books are fun. They're just relaxing, and the color palette is so bright and cheerful that I can't help but smile at these pictures. The only thing that I found a little irritating with the Animal Friends one is that they use the combination of orange and red in practically every picture. First I liked it because it was so bright and bold and everything, but I grew a little tired of it towards the end. And yeah, so it was lucky that towards the end we did have some things that didn't use the red and orange together, so that was nice. I'm not finished that book yet though. Okay, so this is number 16, and what color is 16? Green! So we're not doing that. Well, let's start in the middle of this mandala flower here with an 11. It's probably yellow. No, it's not. It is a turquoise. Bluish. What have we got? Yeah. That's kind of like cerulean blue, though I have a different one in here for cerulean. So I am doing number 11, if I can remember that. Yeah, so I'm not finished the other one yet. The first book in this series that I'm doing, well, they don't have any numbers on them, but the first one I did was Animal Friends, and this month my goal was to finish it because I was about halfway through, and I have 4 pages left, and I've been working in it 2 pictures at a time, so 2 more goes and I will be finished it. So as long as I don't slack off, I should definitely have that done way before the end of the month, which will be nice. I think that will be book number 6. And then I have another book coming up right behind, which is the Sun Life Drawing mandala book. It's their first one, the one color one. So last night Was it last night or the night before? I think it was the night before last. I decided to watch The Dark Crystal. So, I did. The reason being because of the Coloring Heaven magazine coming out. Because, you know, I wanted to see if I enjoyed the movie, and if I did, then I wanted to watch another flip through of the coloring book and see if you know, there were scenes that I recognized, because I don't think it's any fun coloring in a movie or TV show coloring book if you have never heard of the movie or seen the movie or whatever. So anyways, I saw The Dark Crystal in 1982 when it first came out, and I have very little recollection of it. And you know, I remembered a couple of scenes, and I kind of remembered the quest theme, but other than that, it was all new watching it. And I mean, it was okay, but I mean, like, I can imagine back then that it was something pretty cool to see a complete movie done with basically puppets, but with Muppets, because, you know, that's what Henson called his creations, not just the ones that were on the Muppet Show, but, you know, he called all his puppetry animals Muppets. And it was just really weird. It was kind of like watching a kiddie show that was like way too dark for kids. I didn't find the movie dark and scary and all that kind of stuff. It was physically dark. There was a lot of, you know, parts where the lighting was dim and it was hard to see clearly, and, you know, the bad guys, their costumes and everything, what they wore was dark. So, you know, it was dark and gloomy in that way. But no, I can't say that the story was really that exciting. It was just your basic boy finds out that he's the chosen one to save the world. Then he meets a girl and goes on a quest, and meets some troubles along the way, and finally does what he has to do and saves the world. The only thing I was grateful for was that there wasn't any singing in it. I can't stand movies where people sing, and I just had this like gnawing feeling that I'd forgotten that there was singing in the movie, but no, there was no singing, so that was good. And really the puppetry stuff was creepy. Like, not in a good way. It was kind of like watching an old Doctor Who. And I'm a big fan of Doctor Who. I don't think you have to have a lot of special effects and a big budget to have a good story, but it did remind me of Doctor Who's low budget special effects, because, you know, there weren't any in this movie except for, you know, some some big booms and claps, and then smoke. You know. So this one seems to be running out, and this is one that I have filled with alcohol, so this one's gonna have to go Betty bye. That's annoying. Well, I have run out of 2 colors doing this. And I'm sure I can find ones to replace them. I don't want to go over there and do it now. We need to put in another color before we stop, just so that there's some color here. Okay, the inside of this has 5 and 6. What colors are they? Very light pink and red. Let's go with red. Okay, so number 6s. Yes, please don't run out on me. Find that happens with these. They go on and on and on and on, and then you get like 3 running at the same time. I have Copics, but I don't like to use them for stuff like this. I like to use them on things that I'm like finding challenging. So I like to have a set of budget markers to use with the other things. So it's about time for me to buy a new set of Touch News, because they are all pretty much run down, except of course the grays. There's tons of grays, but I use grays a lot more now than I used to, so they're starting to run out too. And then I bought the Ohuhus to fill in the bright colors. So I got an 80 set of those. And I have to say overall, I'm not too thrilled with the Ohuhus. They just weren't as juicy as I have always found the Touch News, which is what these are. And the nib of the bullet nib is just too small. I like to use the bullet nib like pretty much all the time. I have started to use the chisel tip, and I'm learning how to use it, and you know, getting over my disdain for the thing. So yeah, but still I like using the bullet nib because it just, you know, it can fill in medium big spaces, and if you're nice and gentle, if you hold it very, very lightly, you can get up into the tiny little spaces without going outside of the lines. Oh boy, yeah, my leg is hurting. We're finishing the 6s on this, on my hip. We're finishing the 6s on this, and then we're going to have to stop. What did I just do? I did the 4s on that one. Oh. I don't think that I can color and talk at the same time. There we go. Getting it back. That's okay. I don't mind if I make a mistake like that. When I get there, I'll just color the 6s the color I was supposed to color the 4s. And it will be out of pattern, but nobody will know unless I tell them. So, shh, don't tell anybody. Yep, here is my last 6, and I have got to go. This leg and hip are telling me so. So, thank you for joining me, and I hope I didn't bore you to tears. But there is a look at our picture out of Flowers and Mandalas. I will finish this up probably tonight. I don't think I even have a picture on the go. No, I don't. So I will finish this up tonight. I'm gonna crawl into bed and get myself all comfy cozy and sit down with the internet and watch my shows and color. So I hope that you have a nice evening or nice morning or nice rest of the day. And I will put a link for the book down below, so if you're interested in purchasing it, I will have my affiliate links for which you can buy on Amazon US, UK, and Canada. And if you do use my links, I appreciate it very much, and I thank you for your support of this channel. So good night, everyone. Until next time, bye-bye.